It's Joeysworld. Well, if you're wondering where I am, look what's next to it. It's Kim's Krew Pantry. This is dedicated to a special individual named Marie Safrano.
Okay.
She left us way too soon, but this event is to honor and celebrate this individual.
Yes, and this is, we're in Bradenton, right?
That's right.
And we're gonna see what Kim's Krew Pantry is about. Supposedly they do a lot of great work in the community. What do we have today?
We have donations for this special event, so come inside and you'll see why. What is the mission and goals of Kim's Krew?
So Kim's Krew's mission is to help stabilize families in crisis.
That's right.
We provide food to family members, or the whole family, not just the individual, and we provide groceries that will supply a month's worth of food to the families. The reason behind that for us is that we feel like a person who is always trying to figure out where their next meal is going to come from can't stabilize the rest of their lives. So that's why we do what we do.
That's
right.
awesome.
Can you tell me the history of Kim's Krew?
I sure can. So Kim's Krew was established in 2020 as a 501c. It was born out of a family grief support group. The founder of Kim's Krew and her husband lost their daughter to domestic violence incident in 2013.
Wow.
Her name was Kim. They established the mission to support families in crisis out of that.
Who are your clients?
Our clients are Manatee County residents. That is a requirement. And our clients are typically medically or otherwise disabled or homebound. They don't have transportation or the ability to get to other walk-in pantries. And so we provide our service as a delivery. So Kim's Krew works the whole cycle of assistance with client. Our case managers, in fact, Joanne is in our office right now talking to a client. We don't just provide food and walk away. We provide a plan to help them stabilize their life while they're getting back on their feet, whether it's giving them resources, pointing them to how to get food stamps, how to find the other resources in the community. Our goal is not to have our clients long-term. We're not a long-term, we're an emergency stabilization program. And our goal is to get them what they need in the immediate and then help them find resources to improve their lives.
Even my vocabulary sometimes can be confusing.
It's okay.
So, can you tell me about your volunteers and what it takes to run Kim's Krew?
I sure can. We have upwards of 40 volunteers at this time. We've grown significantly in the last year in terms of our volunteers. So we have our case managers, and they work one-on-one with the clients. Then we have a group of volunteers that pack the pantry, as you see, organize, shelve everything, rotate it so we're not always, so stuff doesn't get aged and expire and that. We have delivery drivers that will come in, pack the orders, and take the orders to the clients. We have some volunteers who are administrative, like me, and we have volunteers who are out and about in the community doing fundraising and community engagement.
Any favorite food from these Kim's Krew that you like?
I can tell you what's most popular.
Popular?
Yeah, so spaghetti sauce and spaghetti, because it goes a long way and it feeds a family. Mm-hmm. Cereal, because it's nutritious, even, if it does have some sugar, yeah. but it's still, it goes a long way. We milk and eggs, we're always, Milk and eggs are a huge asset to have because everybody needs that. We get most of our food from donations from our supporters, but the majority of the food comes from the food bank when they have food. And we generally get 25 to 2,800 pounds of food a week from the food bank. And, you know, if you can tell, our space is very limited, so it's coming and going very quickly, moving like 11,000 pounds a month.
Wow,
basically.
and you even told me you had a separate unit for overflow sometimes,
We
right?
do have a storage facility right down the street, but we don't put the food in there. We put overruns of housewares because we do provide houseware, small kitchen items, towel sheets, those kinds of things for people. And, you know, obviously we do pots and pans and those kinds of things because our theory behind that is if you give people food and they don't have a way to cook it, you're not really improving their environment.
Right.
So we do that, and all of that is volunteer or is donation.
Now, what are your needs and how can folks help?
We are always asking for food donations. That is one of the things that keeps us going. Cash donations are very much welcome because that allows us to buy food that doesn't cost as much. So the way the food bank works is we pay 15 cents per pound. A pound of ravioli at the grocery store is going to cost you a lot more than that.
Yeah.
And so when we get the cash donations, then we can buy more of the items than you can get from retail.
Now, how can people help?
We love volunteers. Anybody that wants to volunteer, it's a wonderful organization and experience. It's very hands-on. I know some of and not to disparage any of the larger organizations, but I know when you volunteer for some of those, you kind of get lost in the group kind of environment, whereas here at Kim's Krew, everybody is hands-on. We have people that go to the food bank and pick up the food, and then they bring it, and then we have the people that shelve it, and you know, it's a great team effort to run the organization.
Tell us where you can be found on social media.
Facebook and Instagram. Our website is kimskrew.org. Yes. Our phone number for the pantry is 914-792-0993. You can call, leave a message. We don't have people on staff all day. Our hours vary by the week based on our volunteers' availability, but we try to have somebody here at least 3 hours each day. If you want to make a contribution, you want to drop off something, just call us, let us know, and we can coordinate that.
Tell you what, you've done a tremendous job for Kim's Krew, and me and Lisa are so proud of everyone here.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much, and we appreciate you coming in and dropping off your generous donation and taking the time to do ask the questions to get us known out there, because the community awareness is the most vital aspect to us being able to provide this level of support.
And I would even say for any of our viewers that are watching to maybe try and share this on their social media, because you know you get a lot of visitors in Bradenton from elsewhere in the country. So
That's
if
true.
everyone who watches this can share this on their social media, we can get the word out. You know, I had heard from friends I know that clean on the island that a lot of people will come for a month or two and they'll have extra food. And
That's right.
they don't return it. And this would be a great place to bring it as long as it's a non-perishable.
Exactly. We do take perishable if it's been unopened and it's got a relatively long
Shelf life?
shelf life.
Okay.
Our fridges, you'll see if we can open the fridge, and we try to provide fresh produce.
Oh, that's great.
We get frozen meat from the food bank.
Oh, and you got quite a few fridges here
we do.
too.
We have 2 of the local bakeries that provide bread
Oh,
every
that's
day.
awesome.
Actually, each of them once a week. We're a little low right now, but
That's the end of the week too.
it is the end of the week. That's true. But when we were talking about social media a few minutes ago, we'd like to give a shout out to Wendy Smith. She took over our social media about a year ago, and we have seen a great uptick of people donating and volunteering and what have you. And it's a word of mouth, grassroots kind of thing. And without that, we were a little, just trying to spread the word. But
Yeah.
social media has been a huge impact. There's 60 food pantries in Manatee County. If they are physically able to go to the other pantries, we recommend that they do that, only because our clients are so dependent on being able to receive the deliveries.
Gotcha.
And that, obviously we want to help everybody.
Right.
But we try to point people to the appropriate resources for their situation.
So, Joe, what do you think of this place?
This is very nice. It's really helpful for the need for a fallen victim.
Well, if anyone needs help, right?
That's
Yes.
right.
Yes, we know that 43% of Manatee County residents are one incident away from disaster.
Wow.
And if you think about it, that's a huge number.
Yeah.
But any one of us could be in that situation at any time.
Absolutely.
And so we want to uplift them and help people get a better situation in their lives.
You truly are a true honor to us all.
Well, we appreciate you.